Hey yo, BTG gave me the opportunity to express myself and be the.
Let's get right into it. But first and foremost, I got to throw the ball around to some of these leaders on the call. Why? Because they want to praise and recognize some of the people that are kicking ass and taking this week. So let's get to it. I'm going to start off with Tanya, top of mind. Tanya, who you got out there that's kicking ass and taking names?
Hey, good morning, everyone. Hang on for a second. Load this. Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you? Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to my awesome team. I was out yesterday with Nadi and Diamond. They came to Washington, D.C. They met the park yesterday with Aaron. Hi, Aaron, if you're on the call, and Ricky McCollum. Yeah, guys, just keep doing what you're doing. I'm on my way there. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna make it happen again today. This is where it's at. Later on, you're gonna hear some good things. Peace out, everyone. Have a good day.
Yeah, let's get it. Thank you, Tanya. Let me throw the ball around to Jose. Jose, who you got out in Connecticut that's kicking ass and taking names?
Well, it's just me right now, but I'm gonna definitely meet up with BP right now, get him going and show him the process, because I've been trying to meet up with this guy for like 2 weeks, but today it should be the day that he starts getting on the board.
Right on. Tell BP that it's time to pay the price to get what's nice, right? Let them know that. Let me throw the ball around to New York. Eugene, how you feeling out there? Who kicking ass? Who taking names?
All right. Good morning, everyone. Want to give a shout out to Keisha. Shout out to Deborah, new recruit. Shout out to Gina Marie. Shout out to my whole entire team. Lamisha, congratulations once again. Shout out to you, Quincy. Congratulations once again. Just shout out to everybody. Just shout out to everybody. Yeah.
Let's get it. Great job, King. Let me throw the ball down to Maryland with Joshua Rich Regardless. Who kicking ass and taking names out there?
Yeah, definitely. I would say I gotta definitely shout out Tanya and Brenda. Tanya and Brenda are my top two hitters right now. Tanya's obviously the GM on this call, and then Brenda is working her way up to GM, but she's been real consistent and been taking on a lot of leadership as well. So we definitely developing those skills. Tanya, I don't gotta speak for her; she speaks for herself. But she's been kicking ass, man, like for real. All the phones. I think she's averaging about 30 phones a week. And then at least a couple tablets, like at least like 10, 15 tablets. So they going crazy. They definitely doing real good. Especially with everything that's been going on and the slowdown and the transition. So I want to shout them out. And then I definitely want to shout out let's see. Nadia, Diamond, and Angie. Nadia, Diamond, and Angie. They've been on fire too. They on the come up. So watch out for them. But yeah, good job, guys.
Right on. Thank you, Josh. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. If I have missed anybody, please speak up and let me know right now. Do I have any other leaders on this call who haven't got a chance to praise and recognize their people? All right, silence is golden. So let's get into today's training. First and foremost, guys, I want you guys to take some time right now, if you guys can, and I want you guys to utilize the chat for me. I want you guys to drop anything inside the chat that you may want to learn from Bridge the Gap University, right, on these calls, right? I need some ideas. I need ideas on how to make this call even more valuable to you, right? I don't want you guys to be able to start your day until you have one of these calls. Why? Because I want it to be that value packed for you, that action packed for you. So drop something inside the chat, right? Thank you. How to, whatever, right? Let's get it going. So now today I wanted to go over Verizon Fios campaign, right? Here's why, because here we're a marketing agency. We house multiple campaigns, right? A lot of you guys do multiple things, and you have that opportunity here, right? So get with your leadership if you haven't already thought about other campaigns that we have. With that being said, we're heavy on the telecom side, and now we've just partnered with Verizon Fios, right? Inside of the Philadelphia area. This is a program that is near and dear to our heart because me personally, I've been working Verizon Fios for the last 17 years. It's where I was able to make my name inside of the telecom industry. And I really never stopped making a name inside of the telecom industry, especially once I realized that I can train others to do what I can do. So that's exactly why I want to take some time out today to make sure that we speak about it. For first thing I want to go over is, where is this opportunity? Now, if you guys know anything about Verizon, you know that they are very territorial. It is not like most programs where you can market anywhere inside of the nation. No, we actually signed a marketing agreement, which allows us the specific area and the leads. And right now we're launching into the Philadelphia area. We have over 200,000 leads. So if you guys know anybody that is looking for an opportunity, or maybe yourself looking for an opportunity and you would like to grow, then absolutely we have that opportunity there. Right? We're looking at all levels of leadership, meaning the general managers. We're looking at possible IBOs coming into the market who want to expand their companies with us. So look forward to more on that. I will like to make sure that I give you guys our forward thinking game plan, which is New Jersey after that. Then after that, we'll be looking at the downtown DC area. Right? So what do we need to make that happen? We need to be closer to 8 to 10 agents inside of the market. We need to be doing closer to 75 plus sales per week on Verizon Fios. Now, if you guys know Verizon Fios, we can sell phone, internet, and cable television. So that's important for you guys to know. If you guys don't have any questions, I'll move right along because that's where we're launching our markets at. Any questions on that, guys? Your silence is golden. All right. So I'm going to share my screen right now because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over the compensation structure for Verizon. This is vital and important. I don't believe that you can actually get the best out of anybody if they don't understand how much they're being paid. So one of the things that we do is all of you guys have access to our Bamboo system. And if you haven't logged in, I suggest that you do log in. For whatever program you're on, you'll be able to find your folder if you just go to files, right? And if I just go hit a Verizon Fios account manager, we'll be looking at exactly what it is for our program with Verizon Fios. Now, as a marketing agent with Verizon Fios, we like for you guys to first and foremost know each and every level that we have here at Bridging Gap Marketing. Whether you come aboard as a marketing agent, which many of you guys do, and then once you get the opportunity to grow into a general manager, which you can do that yourself, right? Obviously, as long as you bring in others, you bring in at least 5 people, and those people sustain as many sales as they need to sustain, right? Obviously, which is depends on the program, then you can get promoted to a general manager fairly quickly here. We've had people promoted to a general manager within the course of 2 weeks. Then sometimes it takes 6 months, right? It really just depends on how audacious you are. And then obviously we got some people who are really audacious. They want to grow. They want to cut their learning curve. They want to come aboard as an IBO. They want to run their own business, which obviously is a level of stress that you wouldn't believe, but I can tell you that it's worth it. Truly, I can, right? Our motto here is strengthening America by creating entrepreneurs. We're not just a marketing company. Don't believe the hype, right? So functions of a marketing agent here is we market for the client, we increase sales, we keep the culture of this company, right, and Verizon's company, and we review our values, right? We constantly want to do that, whether we do that at the door, whether we do that at an event, or whether we do that on these calls. And then, of course, we maintain standards because you can't get anywhere if you don't maintain standards. Now it's time to talk compensation. Who's ready to talk about money? Who's ready to talk about money? Let's talk money. Let's do it. So guys, first and foremost, I want to go over the internet component with Verizon Fios. The internet component gets really heavy and chunky. Now, if you guys know what I know, you know that right now everybody needs internet inside of their home. Every household needs internet. And a lot of times, sometimes you get some people, they got 2 and 3 internets, right? Literally, right? It just depends on how much they're streaming, how much they're gaming. Some people are all virtual at this point. Some people are day traders. Some people are investing online. What are they investing in? Things like Bitcoin, right? Things like stock. And what do you need? You need the fastest internet possible. Why? Because, you know, just if I press a button and it's a second off, then I could have lost some money, right? Because again, it could have declined in just that second. I could have bought it at a lower price, but it just went up that next second. So if I press it and I got the slowest speed of internet, then obviously that can make it difficult for me. And I just lost money. So you can definitely pitch those type of customers on why they need the faster speed of internet. But let's move forward. So first and foremost, guys, we got our 300 over 300, which is our introductory speed. Never refer to it as our slowest speed or anything like that. Don't be negative about the client that you market for. It's our introductory speed. It's 300 over 300, right? So obviously here we're based on tiers. It's all performance based, right? So obviously for those that are going out, 1 to 3 sales, $75. 4 to 7 sales, $100 a piece, and then 8+ sales, $120. Okay, so now $120 per sale as long as you make it to 8. So what does that mean, right? Let's do some math. Let's just say on the lowest tier of internet here now at this point, you're actually able to make 120 times 8. That's $960 on just our lowest tier of internet. That lowest tier of internet goes for $49.99 per month with auto pay, right? No money down. They will have to pay a $99 installation fee. They don't have to pay that till 30 days after they get installed. So just to give you an idea. Now the 500 over 500, which is the middle child, for those of you guys that were middle childs, right? Like I'm a middle child, right? So I got an older brother and I got a younger brother. So I'm a middle child. In my family, I would be the 500 over 500. I know how they don't mess with us a lot, right? So obviously we don't mess with that package a lot. Why? Because it's too close to A is close and it's very close in pay. It's the same pay, but it's also too close to what we can charge them for the gig, and people just really like their speed. So obviously it's usually two extremes, that introductory speed or our top tier speed, which is the gig. And then on the gig there, you'll see where it's $100 per 1 to 3 sales, and then 4 to 7 sales, $130, and then $160 on 8+ sales. So let's just say 8 sales at 1 gig. That's $1,280 on a weekly basis, right? Working for yourself, you generating that type of money. And that's just the internet component. But obviously, right, we won't just sell internet. You're also going to have some television sales in there as well. Television also pays us out. So obviously you want to take a look at it. Again, it's commission, it's all you earn, it's performance based. Obviously we got different tiers and different packages. We have a total of 6 different packages. They're listed here, right? Everything from local, which will be our introductory, right? Television package, which is local, which is only the local channels. And it depends on where you are, where you can get those local channels. Then of course you got the Mundo package. Mundo and Mundo Total, the same thing, but obviously just one is more, a little bit more robust channel packages. We go in depth on this. If you ever need to, we can go through it. What's called our Bridge the Gap University, which is our training videos, which dissect each and every package for you. You can watch these videos while laying in bed and become stronger about the product knowledge, because you're going to need it. Obviously, Mundo is all Spanish-speaking package. It's for Spanish-speaking customers, right? So familiarize yourself with that if you speak any Espanol. Then, of course, you got the Most Fios television package, which is our top-of-the-line package. It gives everything. It gives everything except for HBO and Cinemax. Those channels right there have become such industry giants now at this point that they just, they didn't really price themselves out, and we got to add them on separately. So our top of the line packages without HBO and without Cinemax, they're just industry giants now at this point. But it still comes included with Showtime. It still comes included with the movie channels. It still comes included with Epics. Okay, so obviously that's an additional $35 1 to 3, $45 4 to 7, or 8+ sales, $55. Okay, and then of course you got some other packages here like More Fios, right? This is a less robust package than the Most Fios package, obviously, but it's more, right? It's still good, but it doesn't come included with any movie channel. So you're not going to get any Showtime. You're not going to get any Epics, right? You're not going to get any Stars. But obviously here, then you got Your Fios. Your Fios is where they can actually pick their favorite 5 channels, and it'll customize their package for them. So we really like that package. And then of course the test drive is this package, the Most Fios sales package, but only for 60 days. They only get it for 60 days. It's new technology. It's great. It monitors everything that the cable that they watch inside of their home, and then it actually suggests a package for them after 60 days, which allows them to kind of know that they got the package that's right for them. So that's something unique in value that Fios does, and they're one of the only ones that I've seen do that in the industry. Then, of course, guys, let's get into it. We can also sell Verizon Wireless. I'm trying to make the screen shake. Can y'all see this? We can also sell Verizon Wireless. That means cell phone services, right? So me personally, I got 2 cell phones, right? Neither one of them are cracked, but I can tell you this, though. Don't we always want the latest and greatest? Don't we always want the latest and greatest, right? When we see someone with the iPhone 15, what do we think? Ooh, Ooh, it's like seeing somebody with brand new Jordans on, right? We already know what time it is. They got the latest and greatest, right? So with that being said, obviously, we got wonderful promotions on the Verizon wireless side where you can bundle your packaging, where you can literally give them a gig speed of internet, and by the way, get them a family plan on Verizon wireless, and you are actually able to sell that customer. You get $50 per wireless device. So obviously with Verizon, a lot of times they do a family plan. So let's just say they do 3 phone lines. They do 3 phone lines. Good, and they get 3 phones. Let's say they get 3 iPhone 15s. By the way, they only have to pay the taxes on these phones right away that day, right? The rest of it comes on a bill after that first 30 days. So you will receive $150 just for those 3 phones. And then obviously you have to pick a package to put them in. So you got 3 phones on our family plan. Somebody may just get the unlimited plus, and then 2 others get the unlimited ultimate. What does that mean? That means additional $60 on top of that for the plan. So now you're receiving $210, right? And God forbid you get the protection plan, because what do people do when they get a brand new iPhone? Don't they want the protection plan? Absolutely. I know I did. Both of these joints is protected. Both of these joints is protected. You want to take it? Cool. Take it with you. You want to, it breaks? Cool. All good. I got a protection plan, right? That means that they're not going to charge me, or they're going to charge me a smaller fee, and then they're going to ship me out right away. So obviously we can also make an additional $15 just for adding on that protection plan. So if I was to get the protection plan on there as well, and I was actually able to add an additional $45 on, now just on 3 cell phones, which is a family plan, obviously, now we're making $255 on just the wireless portion of the sale. Now, let's just say I bundled that with the gig speed of internet, right? And let's just say this is my 8th sale, right? So now I'm also getting additional 160. So off this one customer right here, now I'm making $415 off this one customer. I want you guys to know that it's more money than most people make in the course of a week going to work all week. Okay, so you can't focus on the doors and the fact that you've been knocking all day. No, because what you do, one sale is enough to cover your entire day. And obviously, by the way, if you're knocking 100, 150 doors on a daily basis, you're getting more than one sale, right? Because you're getting stronger each and every door. Your pitch is getting stronger, which we'll go over that on another day to make sure that we go over your pitch. All right, so that's vital and important. Guys, making sure that you guys know how to get to the next level is always important here. We'd like for you guys to recruit. You can recruit, right? You can actually bring on your family and friends. Great, right? You teach them the business. Great. Because once you got the sales and once you can communicate and you can train, man, absolutely. You're next to be promoted to GM. So that's why this sheet is here, how to get promoted to GM. So great job there. Any questions, thoughts, or concerns on anything I just went over in terms of compensation for Verizon Fios? Anything, game? Talk to me. Talk to me. Let me check the chat to make sure that the chat is good. All right, cool in the game. So now what I want to go over and I want to get into is the fact that with Verizon Fios, we actually have leads, right? These leads give us customers' names, addresses, numbers, when they last had us, when they disconnected. All of these things are great. Let me check the chat. Thank you, James. Out too. Great morning. All right, good to go. You can turn on my camera. All good, Tiff. All right, so now I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to get into the actual interface and what it looks like, right, with Verizon. Obviously, you'll be able to log in through what's called a tablet, right? We issue tablets here. You would have your own unique login. I'm going to utilize mine for today's training to make sure that you guys kind of get a view on what it looks like, what the interface looks like. Some of you guys may just be thinking like, man, this is hard. No, it's not that hard, guys. Right? And I want you guys to understand something. There's all different levels of sales, right? This is still a level of sales that pays you out very quickly. It's not as, because some people do sales and some people do real estate. Some people do sales and some people do car sales. Some people do sales and they do insurance. Telecom always pays out faster. Telecom is always where you can make thousands of dollars quickly, right? So a lot of the times we've had people that work for us that also does real estate. We've had people work for us that also does insurance. So it's vital and important that you guys know that here, that you're in a great position to be able to make money quickly and a lot of it. So obviously there's a lot that goes into the login here. I got to send myself a code and then, one that I would only know. Then I go back to my email. I get that code from my email. You guys will have to do the same thing in logging in. As you can see, Verizon does not play about proprietary information. 97662-7. Continue here. And then of course I have my own unique password that only I know. Hopefully I got it right. Oh, I'm in. Thank you very much. All right. So now that I'm actually in, I just click on dashboard. When I click on dashboard, it brings me up into what's called optics. Optics, now I can check people's accounts. I can see everything. So you want to be careful with this actual level of access that you have. I can see everything. I can see customers' accounts. I can see if they don't have an account. I can see what promotions they have, everything. But mostly we just use this for actually processing our orders, right? And making sure that our orders are going through. So let's get into it. First and foremost, I want to show you guys what leads are, right? Here we get leads. Now I'm going to log in to Smart Leads so that you'll see, right? We're inside of the Philadelphia area. So we'll be able to check and see, man, what will I do? What will I do? What is the Waverly? Let's get into that. Right on, right? Just want to show you guys some leads, right? And I'll be able to view leads. So not only do you have the customer's address, you have a customer, a client, if they last lived there, if they ever solicited Verizon. We know if they even went online to actually try to get the services. We got their name, we got their address there. So here's what the leads look like. So it's very well thought out. And then inside of our tablet there, this way when you know when you get there. So a lot of times when you knock on the door, if I wanted to, I can call Anthony Fisher's name. I can knock on the door. Hey, how you doing? Good. I'm Quincy with Verizon Fios, cable and internet. Are you Anthony? Right? How much better do people respond to that, hearing their name? Right? You in the game. It's like, who are you? By the way, if you got paper and pen, most people are going to get scared. You can't walk around and just say people's name at their door and think that people are going to respond well, right? A lot of times people get scared, like, man, what type of stuff is this? How you know my name, right? Well, I'm actually with Verizon Fios, cable and internet. Yes, sir. We stopped by checking on you. We see where you don't have us for service. What do you guys have right now? What am I doing? I'm engaging him in conversation, right? Because I want to find out if I can help. Again, I have an attitude of servitude, right? I like to make sure that I'm actually helping my client. So this is one way that we can help the client. All right, guys, that does it pretty much for leads. Do you guys have any questions based on that? Leads. Any questions at all? Drop them in the chat if you're shy. All right. Then I will continue moving forward. What I want to do now is I want to share with you guys how to actually process a sale. This is vital and this is important, right? And we'll go over this briefly. So what I want to do is I want to go back into optics. I click simply open account. And this is how simple it is. Now there's two search bars. There's one search bar and then there's one new account. I want to make sure it's always on new account. I can type in my name just for the point of this exercise. Click next. Once I click next, I need to make sure that I put in a zip code. Let me put in a zip code. Okay, 10701. Let's go there. Let's go 63 Wells Avenue. And then I need to pick a actual. I need to actually pick a floor and an apartment number because this is an apartment complex. But again, you guys see how it is. Once it shows address found, I see the address, then I click next. Once I click next, here it shows me Fios television available. This is what we want, gang, right? I click next, I'm in there. Now, once I'm in there, it gives me an opportunity to be able to build their order. Now, first and foremost, I can see that there is an existing account for a person already there. So if I was to open this up and I was dealing with a client, first and foremost, I would say, okay, great, but it shows me existing service there. Are you Priya? No, I'm not Priya. Do you know who Priya is? That was my aunt. That was my uncle. They moved out already. You guys get what I'm saying, right? Obviously, you would need to identify that person. And if that's the case, then I would move forward. I would click on new resident moving in and currently resident moving out, right? And it'll let me move forward into the order, right? So that's something that you would train on with your general manager so that you know vital and well. But for the sake of this exercise, I'm just showing you guys exactly what this looks like so that you guys know exactly how to conduct yourself and how easy and simple this program is, because maybe you want to get in on this juicy program, right? Internet is one of the first things that comes up. Then obviously I can pick the internet. Now, by the way, with our internet, right, guys, you actually got 3 speeds, 300, 500, and then the gig. But when it comes down to the gig, right, you actually got 3 tiers of the gig. So if I was to press the gig, I got gig streaming, gig gaming, and gig complete. If you notice, the price goes up if I get the complete. The idea behind the 3 different tiers is, 1, if it's streaming, obviously, meaning streaming television. 2, if it's gaming, by the way, right? And then if they do gaming and streaming, and they can get the complete. Now, something that you guys are going to see come up rather often nowadays, because they're really getting into it, is the 2 gig. The fastest internet on the market is Verizon by far. It's not up for debate or question. It is Verizon Fios. And I'm not talking just because I like the company. I'm talking that because JD Power and Associates says that, and they're the leading industry standard, which is the 2 gig, right? That's the fastest on the market there for the price of $119.99 per month, right? Now, obviously, let's just say I want to give them the gig. Why do I want to give them the gig? Because that gives them a free install. I also like, because I see where it's self-install ready, right? When it's self-install, that means the customer can literally go pick up their equipment today and move forward with their equipment, and they can be installed. The faster they get installed, the faster I get paid, okay? So with that being said, I move forward. Now, when it comes down to video, right, I like the most Fios package, but I also like that test drive. And remember, I was telling you guys about that package that allows them to get our top of the line package for 60 days, and then it monitors everything they watch. And then, of course, they actually suggest a package for them. Then it's right here. I would keep that package going. And then obviously I would click here to make sure that the customer understands the terms, that for the first 60 days, they're getting it at a discounted price, which is good. YouTube television, we don't sell much because we don't get paid on it, right? But obviously, if we wanted to, we could add the YouTube TV for those YouTube TV lovers. And then, of course, the home phone. We don't sell too many home phones, right? One thing is we don't get paid for the home phone. And 2, right, just not a lot of customers that want home phones. Most people got cell phones and they're okay with that. So we'll take that off today. And then obviously when it comes down here, now, the great decision to make is to make sure that your customer is on auto pay. Auto pay saves them $10 per month. This is a bill that they're definitely going to pay. They're definitely going to want to save. So make sure that you present it in a way that they're definitely going to be with it. Okay, so I would just go ahead and click auto pay here, saving them $10. Now, I got promotions as well, right? So now, right now, one of the juicy promotions that Verizon has is a $200 gift card or a Samsung Chromebook, right? Yes, an actual laptop computer, right? So if I wanted to, I can give them the Samsung Chromebook Go, right? 2 gigs, right? It actually breaks it down for us. One of the dopest things is that they guarantee that price for the next 5 years. They're not going anywhere. Then they're going to give them a $50 Xbox gift card. So you look around the house, and if you see kids inside the house, just know if they're going to enjoy that. You ask them if they got an Xbox. Great. We're also going to provide you with an Xbox gift card, right? $50, right? So maybe people like to buy some skins, I think it is, right, that they call it. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But one of the things I want to call your attention to is the fact that, guys, month to month. What does that mean? No contract. So that's what's vital and important as well. And at that point, I'm just going to click apply changes. When I click apply changes here, some more things come up. Why? Because I got to pick how many TVs, right? First TV is for free. So let's just say I'm with a customer inside of a small apartment. This is a New York address, by the way. New York, the apartments are small here, right? So obviously 1 television is good enough. We don't need any DVRs, right? They'll actually try the bundling service for 2 months. They'll automatically remove it. So I leave it there, right? The bundling, the streaming service is pretty good for those people who are on the go, right? But some people don't necessarily even deal with that. They like cable television the way that they like it, but it's okay. You got both options. Then, of course, the Verizon wireless router is here. If you notice, it's already clicked for us. Why? Because it's free, right? It's included with the max speed, which is very good. And if they need it, will also come with a Fios extender. So for those customers, right, that got extremely big homes, 2 stories wide, right, if they need to, and this will be up to the technician to actually see this, they'll do a test and they'll say, hey, you're going to need an extender. They will actually give them that extender for free. Previously, before in previous times, they would actually pay for that extender. Now they do not. And why is that? Because they're getting the gig speed. They're getting on top of the line speed. So now at this point here, if I wanted to add on any channels, I could definitely do that. Remember I told you Cinemax and Max is not included, right? We usually always got to press these buttons to make sure. And if you do, there will be for an additional fee. So obviously they do give deals, 1 for 15, 2 for 25, 3 for 30, 4, 5 for 40. So I can get all the movie channels, including Cinemax and Max, for $40 on top of the prices that you see inside of the television package there. And then obviously self-install, which is good. So now you can let the customer know, hey, by the way, it looks like you're eligible for a self-install. Would you like a self-install, or would you like us to roll a truck? Well, what does roll a truck mean? A truck means having a professional technician come to your home and install your services for you. Oh yeah, I would like to actually install it myself instead of having somebody come to my home. Or I would like the truck to roll so that I can get it there. It's all good. Is the current or last active TV service satellite, right? No, or you can click not sure. It's not going to affect anything. Fios setup one-time fee, they waive that fee. Why? Because they're getting the gig. Then I click down here where it shows update bill. Then it gives me a breakdown of the bill, right? Or how much my television test drive package with 1 television with the gig speed of internet is going to be per month. And it is going to be the grand total of $174.99 per month. This is for an avid television watcher and someone who loves their internet, right? Maybe they got a family, big family, right? If you got 4 people inside the house, you possibly got at least 4 devices for every person. I mean, I got 2 devices right here, so that shows you a lot, right? And then of course I'm on my computer right now, that's 3. And then of course I got my Apple Watch, that's 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, right? Just to be honest. So you possibly even got more than that. But the point is that you need the fastest speed of internet if you got a big family. And then at that point, you show the customer the price. If they're okay with it, then we want to make sure now at this point that we can actually make sure that they are who they say they are by running a credit check. This credit check does not affect their credit at all. So for those customers who actually got Credit Karma downloaded, they'll be okay. It won't even hit their credit. But for those customers also that are not worried about it, that's fine. It's a soft credit check, right? Then at that point, all I got to do is hit checkout. I hit checkout, it's going to show me the bill once again, and I can show them that, hey, the setup fee is waived, by the way. You're not going to have to pay that $99 fee. With that, I always like to create a sense of urgency. Then at that point, I can hit checkout again, and then I can obviously go into the order more, right? That's as far as we'll be going on this training today. Why? Because, again, I would need an actual customer to show you the rest, but it's okay because I'll show you the rest when we're in the field, all right? So I just want to stop right there, and I just want to make sure that I open it up for any questions, any thoughts, any concerns. Talk to me, gang. Talk to me. Let me know that you guys are at least still with me. I haven't heard from you guys in a while. Make some noise. Come off me to make some noise.
Whoop, whoop. I'm here, but it's not in Virginia. I'm
Nope.
still listening though.
Right on, right on, right. So you've seen some similarities and you've seen some differences, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right on, right on. The program I do think is definitely gotten a little bit more robust, and I'm happy about it because Verizon has been one of the most sturdiest programs that I've seen. And now they're adding wireless. I'm excited about it. So good job there, Tiff. All right, guys, your silence is golden. I want to make sure that you guys can kick ass and take names. What do I want you guys to take away from today? I want you guys to show, I want you guys to see a company that is growing in size, right? We have so many different marketing campaigns here that you're definitely going to be able to make the type of money that you want to make. That's 1. 2, right? If you got assets, if you got people that need a job, if you got people that need to join a company with a community already tied into it, that also one that cares about people, then you definitely want to refer them to us. You can send them this link, right? Because this will be back on YouTube in just a second, right? And thirdly, and last but not least, is the fact that you can train yourself on how to become better. Right? So obviously we put all this content out so that you can jump on here and watch these videos when you're driving inside of your car, watch these videos when you're at home, right? Either way it go, it's nothing wrong with the information. It's only going to make you stronger. So with that being said, I love you all. Let's kick ass and take names, gang. Later.
Hey yo, shout out to BTG. Shout out to BTG. Hey yo, Q, I see you.